Hi.
Hello.
Here we are. Friday night and it's us again. This is so nice. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. So
well, I hear that music and automatically I'm back in Suleiman the Magnificent Palace. And yeah.
Ready to go, right?
Ready to go.
Yeah, I like that music too.
Yeah.
It vibes with me really strongly. I like it. So welcome everybody to the Cool Crone Oracle. This is where we take personal questions out of the chat and we answer them for you. So I think we have a few people already asking questions, so that's good. And what do we want to say? Gerald, what should we do? Should we put a banner on and ask for questions?
I think that's a good idea because that lets people know, and I'll monitor it for when the questions are closed. But put your questions in capital letters so that we can spot them. Mm-hmm. And everybody remember that you need to be present for your reading, and we do these in random order, and we might not get to everybody, so we'll get to as many as we can.
That one's not moving, so I'm gonna.
Do you want me to fix it?
Yeah, can you go in and fix it?
Okay.
So, hi everybody. I've had another weird week, so I'm a little discombobulated, which is probably good for doing readings. And I'm gonna go around and ask everybody to tell me how they're doing and what's going on for them. So, Marina, how are you, and how is everything going for you?
I am great. Thank you for asking. Things are going really, really well. Later on this evening, 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, join me as I join Val for a story in the cards. It's a special edition. Won't tell you what it is. You just have to be there, but I suggest you be there.
And you won't want to miss it.
No. I'm also restarting, changing the track. It's a 2-hour class that is starting on June 23rd. It's a Sunday between 3 and 5. So if you'd like info on that, send me an email and we'll get you registered and all that good stuff. Otherwise, check my community tab. Everything is there.
Great. I love that. And hello, Val. How are you? And what's going on for you?
I'm very well. Thank you, Colleen, for having me here. I just want to say Marina's class, Changing the Track, is really important because it is about that mind script that we have going on in our heads. And that will help you to stop that stuff or at least change the track.
Yes.
To a more positive track. And also, I just wanted to say I do have my Akashic Record class where you learn how to read the Akashic Records on July 21st coming up. There is still space in the class if you want to sign up for that. And tune into Story in the Cards tonight. It will be epic. Thank you.
And I'm getting a psychic download now about that class. And yeah, it's going to be really great. Okay, great. Everybody wants it. Okay, that's what my guides say. All right.
Good.
Hey, Cleo, how are you? Good to see you, my sister. What's going on with you?
I'm good. And I am streaming this to my channel. Good. And what's going on now? Yesterday we did a Marina and Val and Sherry and I did a Golden Girls, and I suggest that anybody, when you get a chance, go back and see that because it got a little crazy and pretty funny, and it was kind of it was a fun show. So on Sunday I'm doing the Real Psychics of YouTube, and on Monday I'm doing Caffeinated and Unfiltered, and then on Thursday, which is the first day of summer, I'm doing Kitchen Table Issues with Marina and Colleen. Oh, wait, no, we're not doing, Colleen's not going to be there. She's taking vacation time. So it'll be me and Marina and whoever Marina decides to,
Yeah.
maybe it'll be a few of us. I don't know.
Okay,
It'll be fun.
great. Well, thank you very much for that rundown. And Gerald, how are you and what's going on for you?
I am swell. Glad to be here. I'm Tarot Stash. Just like and subscribe to the channel because you'll be able to see all of the cool things that I have coming up, including Long Stash Letha readings on Monday with Richie, Longman Tarot, and Purple Elephant Deb H.
Oh,
And I am hosting Caffeinated and Unfiltered with a lot of amazing readers. And then Tuesday, it's Tuesdays with Tarot Stash exclusively on Jane the Secret Tarot. Like and subscribe to my channel. You'll be able to see that. Then I have blind spot readings with Marina and Hershey on Wednesday. Colleen and I are having a great conversation about Letha. And then, you know, it's just going to be great.
Yeah.
it's just keep on coming.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So now to me, we're doing another episode of The Real Psychics of YouTube on Sunday, June 16th at 7 p.m. So I hope you'll all join me for that. And I will also be joining them for Caffeinated and Unfiltered on Monday. On Tuesday, I'm having Deanne Shield Maiden on my channel to do political readings. On Wednesdays when Gerald and I do Letha. And then I am on YouTube vacation. Whatever that looks like. I am taking some time to really just to kind of get myself together. It's been a long haul, long time since I took a break. So I'm going to take a little break and I hope I will come back better than ever. Who knows? We'll see. Whatever that means.
Yes.
All right. So without further ado, let us get into the readings. So what do we have here, Gerald?
I've got, and I'm glad that people are seeing that they are for personal messages. So this is great.
Yeah.
But there's a whole lot of started right now. We have 14 questions started.
Yeah.
Great. That sounds good. All right. Well, shall we just take it from the top and wind our way through them?
Let's go for it. And so that means Sheila Edwards and Mimi Nee and Suzanne Grigsby so are coming up. So let us know you're here. So.
And do we want to do one person, one reading, or do we want to share these? What's the general consensus, everybody?
Let's share them.
Huh?
Let's share them.
Okay.
Let's do it however, you know, two people
like
on the
two people
or the whole, you know, whatever.
Yeah, let's do two. Let's do two. Okay.
And Sheila and Mimi are both here.
Okay. So that's we're gonna do Marina and Val for Sheila and Cleo and Gerald for Mimi Nee. And if Suzanne's here, then I'll do that with Marina. Okay. So I finally got smart and looked at what StreamYard has in here. So if you need a few minutes, I do have some music I can play. Do you need a minute or are you ready to
go? Yeah, just a minute. Just one minute.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, that's terrible. Let's get another one. Wait, this one was good. Let's do this one.
I'm sorry. I'll put it back.
All righty. Okay, I can go if we're ready.
Okay, great. Take it away.
All righty. So, Sheila, you're spending an awful lot of time in your head trying to convince yourself that you're not getting the messages that you're getting, or you're questioning the messages that you're getting. And the first card that I pulled, and this is from the Elkey deck, and that El key is French for she who, and it here it is she who resists. So they are trying to, your guides are trying to communicate with you, and you're just resisting what it is that they're trying to tell you. I then pulled some tarot cards, and I got the Seven of Water, the Seven of Cups. I also got the Five of Water, the Five of Cups, and I got the Moon. So there's a lot of emotion here. And I think what it is that they would like you to do is just stop being so hard on yourself. Stop thinking that you need to be able to understand everything right now in the moment that it happens. And don't question yourself. Don't question what the guides are telling you. So when you get that message, just acknowledge it and say, yes, thank you very much. Okay. And don't get it in your head so that you can look at it every which way and figure out where the pitfalls or whatever might be. If you want to talk to your guides, they're trying to communicate. Just listen. Just listen. Get out of your own way. That's what they're saying.
Oh, Sheila, much like Marina's message, you may be overthinking certain things that are going on in your life, and they're trying to ask you to have compassion for yourself while you reassess how you are moving through your life. Perhaps you need to set goals to focus on something really big that you want to bring in even the little things. So this is about time to allow yourself to feel what you really want, that reassessment time. And they're asking you to let it come forth. Feel what you need to feel. Give yourself space and compassion to really engage in how your inner soul is wanting to manifest. This is about initiation. This is something that is coming forth for you. You are at a crossroads right now where you are going to be able to break through and have an initiation into crossing into more connectedness to your gifts and your higher self in particular. So if you align yourself in that way, this will come forward for you. And this is what your guides want you to know. Thank you, Sheila.
Very nice. I had something too I wanted to add to Sheila's reading. I pulled a card for her. It jumped out of the deck actually. And it's overcome obstacles. So there's an obstacle that you're encountering right now that is probably holding you back from really believing or hearing what your guides are trying to tell you. And very often, and especially when you're on some sort of spiritual quest, it's hard to see or accept obstacles as something spiritual. So you see them as a stop sign, as like, oh, I'm just not getting it. I'm not worthy. I can't see the big picture. And it is a part of your spiritual journey. It's the part of the journey that asks you to stop and question why. Why am I getting this obstacle? Why am I yearning so hard for something else? Why are my guides not speaking to me? Your guides are always there speaking to you. So what is it happening? What's happening for you that's causing you to believe that they're not? And how can you learn from that? So there's also big lessons going on with this journey. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Okay. All right. So the next person I think is Mimi for Cleo and Gerald, right?
Yes. And I did close the questions because right now we have 22 questions.
Good. Okay, perfect. Okay, great.
But everybody stick around because these readings may resonate with you. So
yeah, they usually do. Usually everybody gets something out of almost every reading.
Yes.
Okay, do you guys need music?
No.
I
Okay.
don't.
Do you want to go first, Gerald?
You can.
Okay. It's interesting that the cards I got really kind of go along with the readings that were just done by Marina and Val and Colleen. But I've got for Mimi to surrender. And I'll just tell you what the card says. It says you're being asked to let go of your need to control each part of your life and surrender to the universe. Control is an illusion and it's exhausting to try to hold on to it. Let it go and allow yourself to enjoy the relief that comes from doing so. Then along with that, I've got let it go. I mean, it goes, these two cards go hand in hand. This one says you're being asked to let go of whatever pain and resentment you've been holding on to. It's hurting you and you can't fully be present in your life if you're holding on to this negativity. Release and be free. Then, and the other card I got was to pay attention. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to the signs you're being given. So with all these things that are going on with you, it sounds like you're possibly a little bit stuck right now. So if you can let go, free yourself of some of this stuff and kind of let go of any resentments or anything from the past, and I'm talking like yesterday or a week or a month that's been in your way, and pay attention to the signs around you that will come to you once you allow these to come through to you. I hope that helps.
Yeah. Mimi, I'm, message from your guides is really about okay, I have justice reversed, and it is about letting this idea of what's been done to you, and you need to get back at somebody. You need to be okay, or I encourage you, or they're encouraging you to sort of just let it go and understand that that is the past. I also have the 5 of Needles, which is the 5 of Swords. It is about disagreement. And this is one of those things that when this card shows up, oftentimes tells me, it suggests to me, is the disagreement that you are having based on facts and reality, or are they focused on egos clashing? Because then you have the amazing support of the Empress and creativity. This is one of those things. Things are going to grow in the right time. Your guides are suggesting you get a little creative in what you're doing and the efforts that you're taking. Because then I have the 7 of Pentacles, Mimi, which is you need to get creative, and then you need to let it grow and and develop. It's sort of like what Val and I were talking about in our manifesting in the quantum field. Sometimes things take a little bit longer than what we expect. So be patient, relax, and observe, because the observation is really important, because your guides are sending you lots of little messages, and you may not be noticing them because you may be discounting them. So
that's perfect. I mean, that really goes along, Mimi, with what I was saying too. And if you can kind of combine those two, and she says that, wow, this makes so much sense. Thank you. So yeah, it does. And the readings kind of coincide. So
yeah.
And I just want to reiterate how many times these readings will resonate with lots of people who are watching. If we think of us collectively as being in water flowing down a river, and there's rocks on the bottom of the river, there's rocks on the side of the river, there's boulders in the middle of the river. And as we come up on that as water, we have to do something to get around the rock. We have to hit into the rock or move around it or bend or something. So on your journey, there's always going to be these little things. Yeah, you're going to learn stuff, but everybody has this where they have the little rocks, you know, tripping you up or bringing back an old lesson or whatever. So you're here because you want to learn about this stuff. Everybody's in the right place that they should be at this moment. There's no like competition, like somebody's stronger than you or better than you or has more power than you. We're all doing what we need to be doing, and it is not easy, and it does not go in one trajectory. There's a step forward, a step to the side, maybe a step back, and maybe 4 steps forward. But appreciate the fact that even the things that are hard are really there for you to learn and grow. Especially the things that are hard are there for you to learn and grow. Okay, enough of me. Blah blah blah. Okay, all right.
Okay. Well, I do want to point out the next couple of readings. Next up is Suzanne, and then we have UCC Steve, Mary Hernandez Walker, and Karen Doyle. Please let us know that you are here, because readings are closed. We're getting through as many of them as we can in the time that we have allotted.
Okay. So, Marina, I forget, did I say that you were going to read this with me, or is this a surprise?
Yes.
Okay. Because my brain's in another place now. All right.
That's okay. That's okay. Totally get it. So yeah, Suzanne, if you can let us know you're here.
She was here after she did it, so I'm going to go ahead with reading. Okay.
Oh, yes, she's here. Perfect.
All right. So I have a few cards that I pulled for you. So the first card that I pulled was Go with the Flow. This is this card here. And what this is saying is that you do, just like some of the other readings, the act of surrender is a sublime act. When you surrender, you will feel better. So you're asking about channeling animals. You probably already do, but it's not working in the format or method that you think is the perfect way to do it. But you've already obviously got a connection here, or you wouldn't even be asking the question. So what I'm seeing with the other cards that I pulled is that you have an obvious talent for this. You have an obvious knowledge about animals, but also an intuitive sense and a link to them, a very strong link to them. You have sometimes had to kind of defend this, meaning maybe even when you were a child, people sort of labeled you as the weird one, but hey, wear that as a badge of honor now that you're an adult. That's a really good thing to be the weird one. Weird doesn't mean in the old times what it means now. Weird was a highly sensitive, very metaphysically connected person. And 8 of Wands is coming up. So once you kind of unlock this block, you're going to have a few things happen very quickly for you, and release the judgment that you have on yourselves, that it needs to be in a certain way. However it is for you, do it. However it is, just relax, find a way to practice your ability, your gift. And if you need to take a class just so that you can practice, take a class. That's a great way to open up your abilities a little bit more and to stretch them. Okay, I'm done.
Yep, absolutely. My cards very much echo what Colleen has just said. You are. I start off with the Knight of Earth, the Knight of Pentacles. So, you've got the organizational skills. You've got the. You're serious about doing the animal channeling. So give into what your abilities are, and don't question too much. I think sometimes, excuse me, sometimes what happens is we do tend to compare ourselves to other people who do the same thing. and you think, wow, they got that message really quick, and I have to struggle and whatnot. You're not in competition with anyone. All you need to do is be a better version of yourself tomorrow than you are today. That's it. I also get the Five of Earth, Five of Pentacles. This is, kind of feeling like, yeah, this is something that you'd like to do, but you're just not really trusting yourself as much as you should. So, just go out there and just do it. Just practice it. Just do it over and over. You're going to find that, you're going to have hits, you're going to have misses. That's okay. The hits, fantastic. The misses are an opportunity to say, okay, wait a minute. How did this come to me? And did I maybe misinterpret something? Or is there another way that I could have read it? Once you do that, you're going to find that things get a lot easier, that you can go from sort of having to the Six of Swords, from having to kind of struggle to bring something in, to it is going to come in a lot more naturally, because you are able. You're the Queen of Water, the Queen of Cups. You've got those psychic abilities. You're certainly able to do that. So I just do it. Remember the old slogan? Just do it. Just do it. Start doing it for friends. Start doing it for whoever, right? Go to the dog park and say, oh, do you mind? I'm practicing learning how to be an animal communicator. Do you mind if I try to tune into your animal? You'll have people lining up. So give it a try.
Yeah. Yeah. Well said, Marina. I had this great professor one time who I was taking a writing class with him. And he said, a great writer doesn't sit down and write War and Peace. They sit down and they write a bunch of crappy, shitty, really badly worded stuff first. So you have to be willing to go and do the crappy, shitty stuff first, because that's your practice. That's your devotion. That's your ritual to get better, your exercise to get better. So you got to make mistakes, be willing to make mistakes. And then as you go on, you'll learn from those mistakes and you'll get better and better, because you probably already have a very strong natural talent for doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's what I think. All right. So who do we have lined up now, Gerald?
We have UCC Steve, Mary Hernandez Walker, Karen Doyle, B Mid DP, and then Professor Nina.
Okay. So Val and Cleo for UCC Steve, you and me for Mary Hernandez Walker, and then back to Marina and Val for Karen Doyle. Is that how it's going? Yeah.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay. So UCC Steve, your food business, I don't know if you had to borrow money to start it or not, but it's showing you with a lot of good finances. And look at this beautiful yes card saying it will go well. And that is the 10 of Pentacles. You also, I don't know if you're the one doing the cooking or in the food truck, but whatever agreement you have is also another yes card saying it's going to do well. And yes, prosperity. Next to the prosperity card is something you need to pay attention to. This is a lot of choices and kind of a little bit of fantasy, a little bit of delusion of things going on. So say the money starts coming in and you start thinking of things you can spend the money on, hold back. Or you think, I'm going to add this food, I'm going to add that food, we're going to add that. Hold on, stop for a minute. Pay attention to what you really need to do. Ground it in reality. Too many choices in the food truck is not going to be good. Think about it in terms of the grounded reality. Don't go crazy because you got a loan and there's extra money. You're going to need it. because there are times when it's up and down. But right now, you will be in financial balance, according to this. Cautionary tale. Pay attention to what is so be conservative with what's going on. You're going to have to make some changes in your life to adjust to this concept and idea of running a business in that way. It's a new thing for you probably, and they're asking you to align with it. Align. In other words, give yourself an outline of goals related to that. And much like C's candy sitting on my counter, you can't keep going into the box. You gotta pull back and let things run to see how the financial flow is. I don't know if you're paying somebody as an employee in the truck, and maybe that's the agreement. But whatever it is, pay attention to little details, ground it into reality. This is an important thing for you to continue your success. This is what they're saying. Use your creative intelligence, because I know you have a lot of it, because how fun is a food truck? A lot of fun for people who are eating too. So congratulations, UCC Steve.
Wow. Perfect. UCC Steve, I get much the same thing. And this thing about choices, that's one of the cards that jumped out at me. Plus, just reading your question, I had a really positive energy come through on the question itself. Now, I don't know if you've actually started the food truck business or if it's still in the planning stages, but you've got so many choices coming up, and you just got to. And you're also, it feels to me like you're very driven to make this to make it a success. And so you got to practice a little patience and really kind of, you might tend to get ahead of yourself. Plus, when you've got all these choices and you're starting a new business, I mean, I would think a lot of people would just be, you're going to devote every minute of the day into your new business because you want it to succeed. No, you know that it's okay to relax a little bit. It feels to me like it's gonna be really successful if you want it to be, and as long as you still have to push yourself, and this thing about just having it on your mind all the time. I think that's kind of a natural thing when you're doing something like starting a new business. But just be careful in the choices that you make. Be patient with yourself, because and like Val said, I mean, if you try to put too much things like, okay, I've got a menu, now I want to double that menu, or I can see I can make a lot more money if I have this or that. Gauge it on your customers. If your customers are continually asking for cinnamon rolls or something, I mean, then you'll see that that's something you might want to do. But you want to be careful, because you can waste a lot of money in inventory that goes nowhere. But in the meantime, I see this as a really positive thing. I think you're going to really enjoy it, and you're perfect for it. Good luck.
Yay.
Hey.
Good. Okay, so Gerald, you and me are up.
Yep. And BMIDP, I have not heard from you, so please let us know you're here. And so, all right, Mary Hernandez Walker, how's my trip going to turn out on the 19th? It's actually going to be okay, because we have Infinite Growth, which is it's a special card, the universe, and there's a lot of potential there. We have the Four of Needles, which you need some rest. You have to be very careful not to overextend yourself on this trip, because I don't want you to get sick. So pace yourself. And then I have this lovely Queen of Buttons, which is a very nurturing card. This is going to refresh you and those that are with you quite nicely. And be happy to go at a slower pace than what you might have in the past. Allow yourself to be present and be open to the next things and what could show up. So that's what I have for you, Mary.
Yeah, Mary, I have some similar cards to Gerald, but I also want to say if this is something where you're going for like a certification, like if it's a business, more of a educational trip or a business trip or something like that, it's going to be challenging, but you do have to watch your health. You do have to really be careful with stuff. If there is a set schedule of things that you can adhere to, I would advise doing that so that you get enough sleep and enough, drinking enough water and that kind of stuff. There's going to be a time during this trip where you are kind of withdrawing from the other people that are on the trip or the organization and really contemplating why you're there and what's the reason for me going into this particular, again, I'm guessing that it's something where you're going to be learning about something, some new technique or going for a certification or something like that. If it's not that, it's going to spark that idea when you're on this trip.
Yep.
And you're going to have a whole different set of ideas when you come out of this trip because it propels you into the next thing. As Gerald was saying, it propels you to a new chapter to start up. So very, very interesting, this trip. I'll be curious to hear what happens when you return. Please let us know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. So Karen Doyle is up next, and BMIDP is here.
Okay.
Professor Nina is here. Jenny Berlin, would you let us know that you were here? And then Frank Bin.
Okay. And do we want to start changing up the pairings a little bit? So maybe for Karen's next, right?
Yes, Karen is
So
next.
maybe we'd have Marina and Cleo, and then Val and Gerald, and then maybe me and Cleo.
Oh man, I just pulled the whole reading on.
Okay.
Karen.
Oh yeah.
For now, let's try that next time around because I'm doing the same thing as Val's doing, and I'm moving on to my question.
That's fine. Okay, then that's what we'll do. So go ahead, you guys.
Okay. Go ahead, Val.
Okay, so it gave me the chills, Karen, because I was pulling from the Ascended Masters, and I got Paramahansa Yogananda, which is choose peace. But it's what followed that really struck me. And Paramahansa Yogananda is one of those beautiful Ascended Masters who embodied that love and embodies that love of divine source, that love that you feel when you're in his energy. And that's what they're saying is for you. Next to that is Lady Nada. That is Mary Magdalene energy, Sisterhood of the Rose. And that is you. This is what blew me away. Kuan Yin, dragon.
Oh my God.
That is all about divine love, that beautiful divine feminine. And they're saying that your cords are being dissolved by transcendent love. And it's all about that beautiful divine compassion and love. That is Kuan Yin. And as with Mary Magdalene, that beautiful Sisterhood of the Rose, that divine feminine, choosing peace. So they're saying additionally to pull yourself close. And this card really means nurture yourself. Give yourself that self-care. Look at all this beautiful energy of love that you are here to embody. And so another cleansing is happening for you where a lot of things might come up for you where you are not feeling some of this energy. This is to tell you, don't worry. You're just letting go of stuff, and you will be back to this beautiful. It is at your essence, your core. You will be back to that. And then they have humor. Time for a nap. After all this. But at the end of the day, this is all about your beautiful heart, your heart energy, the beautiful love and compassion you have. And it is your superpower, Karen. Thank you for listening.
It is very, very much. I start off with the Ace of Water, the Ace of Cups. This is your emotion. You're putting all the work that you have put into to your relationships, into using your intuition, into everything that you have been doing so far. The guides are saying, yeah, we got you. We see what you've done. We're right there with you. I get the Seven of Earth, the Seven of Pentacles. This this is they recognize the time that you have put in. They recognize when you have been patient, when things weren't going quite as well as they were now, and the work that you were doing at the time, so that it's Six of Air, the Six of Swords, so that you could get yourself from the stormy, sort of stormy seas to the calmer water. And what they're saying is, okay, Nine of Earth, the Nine of Pentacles, it's time to relax and enjoy it. Don't feel bad for being in abundance. Don't. The more that you are grateful for that abundance that has come in, that the independence, the contentment, and everything, the more that the universe is going to give you to be content about. So this is very much echoes what Val had said. And I end with the King of Air, which is the King of Swords. Okay. And that is you have learned what you need to learn in order to get you to where you are. And you understand that you're here, everything is going well. There's still more work to do, and you're okay with that. And that's exactly what it should be, because you're very much respected for the knowledge that you do have, for the knowledge that you do share, for the all the work that you have put in and are putting in. Not only your guides recognize you, but I think that your contemporaries recognize you for that as well. So it is truly a wonderful, wonderful reading. Yeah. Well done, Karen Doyle.
Yay.
Nice.
Your guides are happy.
Very nice.
Yes.
So it's Cleo and me.
Mhm.
Yeah. Cleo, there was also a message later, have had different or difficult different health issues come up during the past year that are affecting my quality of life. So that partially informs this. And Frank, if you're still in the house, let us know.
Yeah.
So,
And this person's actual name is Frank?
no, that's somebody else. Sorry.
Somebody else.
No.
Okay, so this person is I don't think that's a thing I can pronounce. I don't know if it's just supposed to be
BMIDP.
BMIDP. Okay.
BMIDP, yeah. Yeah.
So any messages on how to heal my body, heal the lower back, nervous system, and restore health and well-being? Now, this is something I've been through myself, and it's very easy to not really hear what the guides are telling you. So for one thing, you need to really concentrate on this and do some meditation and allow some of this stuff to come through to you, because when you're dealing with healing, first of all, hopefully you have some doctors you're going to, or you're a chiropractor or somebody that's helping you with this. because I am in no way in a position to offer medical advice. However, as far as spirit guide goes, when they're trying to help you heal with something, they will do stuff like, you may get up one morning and you're complaining to yourself about your back. And then you get on the internet and all of a sudden over here on the side, you'll see an advertisement that has something to do with backs, or you'll pick up a newspaper and you'll see something, or something in the mail comes with either a doctor or a chiropractor that will help you with your back. So those are the little kind of things that can come up that you need to pay attention to. And when you see those kind of things, I would definitely look into it, think about it, meditate on it, and see what can happen from there. On the other hand, I see that a lot of the problems you're having are definitely something that's treatable, and it could be so many things. And I don't want to put out advice there that's not going to be helpful. I really think you need a professional with this. But when you're dealing with yourself, just stay really open to spirit guides trying to give you messages, and those messages will probably come in ways that you don't imagine they will come. I know that when I was dealing with this, I mean, I was looking for miracles, and I didn't really find miracles, but I found different steps to take to get to a place of healing, and it usually involved going to a doctor, or getting a back brace, or changing my bed. That's another thing. When you have a bad back, you can take a piece of plywood and put it in between the box springs and the mattress, and that can help firm up the bed a little bit, and sometimes that helps. I'm just saying these are the little things that came to me for my situation. I'm not saying that it's the same thing for you, but I'm saying these, when you hear or see these kind of things, you might think about it and put that into how to get well and healthy. And I do see you progressing in wellness. Yes, I see you making advancements to better health.
Yeah, and they did share that their name is Beatrice.
Oh, Beatrice. Okay.
Beatrice, out of 2 decks, I got 2 4 of cups. So I would be paying attention to the foundation of what's going on and how you're feeling. It feels like there might be a weak link in the connection with the guides, or how you're feeling. This is the card of things are trying to be shored up, but something's not quite working. It's almost like you're like, yeah. And so however, going along with what Cleo said, I have the 2 of Wands. This is the card of good planning and making sure that you're getting the right people to help you. I honestly think your guides are pointing you in the directions you need to go. As Cleo said, pay attention to those little nudges, because when you pay attention to those little nudges, the 3 of Wands shows up. So the gifts and the energies that you are needing are coming in. I'm also wondering if perhaps you look at somebody who can offer some energy healing modalities, Reiki, energy work, crystal grid, something along those lines. That could be helpful. And I also have the Page of Pentacles, which is suggesting this is going to take longer than what you want it to. It is important for you to set your boundaries, understand the way your body is working and your guides are telling you, and notice that sooner rather than later. I think your guides are saying, hey, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. Pay attention to that, because this could be a way, this is a new relationship with your physical body. So you may need to adjust some of the things that you eat. Notice how notice what happens for you and what your guides are telling you. So that's what I have for you, Beatrice. Thank you.
Yeah, and I just want to piggyback on that Page of Pentacles. See that as a youthful, new relationship that there's many possibilities. That nothing is set in stone. Nothing. It's not too late for any of it. You can heal this if you really go for it and believe. And like a child, believe in it. Believe wholeheartedly that it's going to work.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for saying that. I was hearing that, but it took Colleen to say it. So it's like, yeah,
I guess I was eavesdropping on what you were hearing.
that works. That works.
Okay, so I am all set up to do Professor Nina. I don't know if anybody else is, but I see that we still have 14 starred questions or messages. So, and it's already 10 minutes before the hour. And rather than stay here till midnight and doing all of these questions, maybe we just do one person, one question and try to get through a bunch of these.
I like that.
Let's do that.
Okay. So I already started on Professor Nina. If anybody else wants to, pile on after I give my little reading, you go right ahead, and then we'll just plow in with one person, one question. So Gerald, do you want to queue up and make sure that the next few people are here?
I know Jenny Berlin is. I have not heard from Frank.
Okay. Yeah, he was political anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then Judy Stitches, Tea Garden Chicken, Courtney Elf, Carl, Jay Roberts, Book Bewitched, Kelby, and Gigi's Unhinged too. Laura Hammond Davis, please let us know that you are here.
Excellent. Okay, so for Professor Nina, your upcoming book. Well, here's the thing. I know you've worked really hard at it. I know you're hoping to make a little bit of money off of this, and you will. And I've got some good cards in general. We have the Two of Cups, so there's a good agreement, arrangement. I don't know if you're self-publishing or if you've got an actual agent or publisher or whatever. I'm not quite that versed in how you actually publish a book, but the Two of Cups indicates to me that whoever is advising you or helping you that's really good. That's a good person. And then for some reason, I got the Justice card out here. And now I don't know what the heck Justice would mean in regards to an upcoming picture book. Maybe there's something about it that has scales in it, or maybe, I don't know, or a big circle with a silhouette in front of it. I'm not quite sure, but it's a positive card. And this card usually is seen as a yes card. So, I mean, you can take it that way too. And then we get the Four of Swords. This is a good foundation, leading me to believe that this is probably not the last book that you're going to write. And it's probably not the last bit of success that you're going to have with publishing books. And the final card is so nice. It's the Three of Cups. So you're going to feel like throwing a little party afterwards. Like, hey, I really did it and I did well. Or maybe this is a book signing or a little tour, or maybe it's just online, people giving you lots of compliments and kudos and you feeling really good about it. So I think all in all, it is going to be good. It does feel to me like it's a little low key. So it's not like, huge, things. But in this day and age, you don't have to have that to really feel success. I mean, the internet has been the great equalizer, right? Like anybody can go out and publish a book and have a YouTube channel and do these things and experience a great deal of success for their tribe, their circle, whoever, whoever means something to them. And that's how I see this for you. But I also see that you're going to be writing a few more books as well. So that's success. All right. Who's next?
I love that. Okay, so Jenny Berlin is next, and then Judy Stitches. I have heard from Book Bewitched, Cal Bell, and Laura Hammond Davis. And we had a late arrival, somebody who tipped you, Casey H. So might be nice to do Casey. And so,
Wow.
oh, and Professor Nina said, yes, I have more books, Colleen.
Yes, you do. Great. Wow. Well, Gerald, that's cool. Look at all that stuff. Okay.
Excellent.
I can't, there's so many comments on here. I can't even get to the bottom of them.
It's good. The best chatters are present.
Yeah. And they're
Yes,
really doing
as
stuff.
always.
Okay. Well, take it away. Who's ever next? I guess Marina, right?
That
Yeah.
me. Okay, perfect. Jenny, will your medium ship abilities get stronger? Yes, absolutely they will. I start with the 3 of water, the 3 of cups. That's you celebrating, that's you being, also I see this as you being the channeler, the intermediary, where you're kind of in the middle between the person giving the message and the person receiving the message. So yes, I do see them getting stronger. It does require a little bit of the faith with the hermit, in terms of following the path that you are guided to follow. So, and I've said this several times, it's not anyone's job to interpret the message or to make meaning of the message. It is simply to deliver the message. So trust yourself that when you say something that sounds totally out of left field to you, have the strength to say it, because it might mean the world to the person who's hearing it. So yes, you will be able to get that when you're particularly, with discovery, with mentorship. Absolutely, you will. And I end with the 6 of fire, the 6 of wands. That's you taking that victory lap. I think that yes, they are going to get stronger. And as anything else, the more you practice, the more that it will develop.
Great.
So that's what I get for you, Jenny.
Woohoo. Next up is Judy Stitches.
Hello, Judy.
Hi, Judy. Judy, there's a little bit of a situation where you need to speak up about, and it's some power or authority in your life, and it may be something that you have given your power over to, and not a person or situation, but you really need to look inside and decide you're not going to hold it in anymore. You're going to be your own advocate. That is the main thing here. They want you to step back because there's a little bit of self-sabotage. They want you to gain a better perspective on your life and to see it clearly. In order to do that, step back and be an observer in what is going on. And that is for you to allow yourself, your whatever you are doing in your life, it is something you are honing your skills on. You are going to be really great at it. Believe in yourself. This is all about you stepping into your power. You are poised and on the brink of coming to that magnificent Queen of Cups that you are. So know that as long as you give yourself a little space to see what you might be doing in your life that is not in your best interest, whether it's just in thoughts or action or not speaking out, that little bit of mindful attention will bring you to the beautiful place that you want to be, believing in yourself and bringing forward what you want in life in a powerful way. You have that ability and it's before you now. So congratulations, Judy. Thank you.
Okay. I haven't heard from Tea Garden Chicken or Courtney Elf or Carl Hess. So I've seen Jay Roberts up, and then Book Bewitched.
Okay. Should we leave their questions in there?
Yeah, why don't you leave them in there? I actually had a good answer for for the garden chicken person, but that's all right.
That was my hunch too, is that some of them might come back.
Okay, so let me do Jay Roberts. What do you see for me in the next year, financially and in life in general?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm having a little trouble with this one because I went to a different reading entirely. So let me get something new here.
Do you want us to come back?
No, I'll come up here. Well, just
Okay.
hold on a minute.
Okay. Can I say something while you're getting there?
Yes,
Okay. Because I got a little message for all of you who are asking about messages from your spirit guides. And I guess this is a little download that I just got. So divination and mediumship is not the goal or the end of the journey. It is a means to connect us, the collective, to the higher realms. So realize that as witches and light workers, there is a higher meaning, a more noble pursuit for us all. The divination and the mediumship is just kind of getting you there to the other side to understand these higher concepts. Okay, that's all I have.
Okay.
And I do see that Tea Garden Chicken is here.
Oh,
Knew it.
then let me do the garden chicken. Now that I've totally switched gears, but let me get back to her. It's all right. I can do this.
It's all good.
Yeah, because you want to know what your guides, if your guides have any messages for you, and then you talk about a big thank you about the angels and archangels who are working on healing your kitty's eye and fixed one of your bird's beak. It's funny that you would ask for messages because you are very in tune. You are very in touch with this whole thing. I don't know if you put that out to the universe in, like in a prayer or during meditation or something about the healing for your pets, but their message to you is, hey, keep doing what you're doing. You're right on. You have that connection. And what you've done for your animals is pretty good. I mean, I don't know if you also took them to a vet or whatever, but your connection, what your guides are saying to you. You know what where your guides are leading you to help you in your life. You're naturally following it. So just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing just fine. And I'm so glad that your pets are getting a little bit better. That's great.
Mm-hmm. May I do Jay Roberts?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So what do I see for you in the next year financially and in life in general? Knight of Buttons, Knight of Pentacles. This is about attainment. This is the slow and steady wins the race. You have a plan. You are following it. You are actually taking the steps carefully that are going to help you achieve what you need. This is definitely about having patience and tenacity to make sure that you are focused on your financial abundance as well as your abundance in life in general. Then I have the Two of Buttons, or the Two of Pentacles, which is a balancing act. Be flexible, pay very close attention, or notice where your money's going and how you're treating it. Because this is a fascinating, going from the Knight of Pentacles to the Two of Pentacles, this is what's really going on, and it's very significant. And I also say, I have the King of Needles, which is about law and order. And this is the king of Swords is the one who is smart and mature, makes wise choices, and thinks not just about today, but thinks about next year and what the impact can be. So I see it working very nicely for you. It might be a bit of a slow start. However, it will actually it's going to turn out really nicely. So is what I got for you. So thanks, Jay Roberts. And okay. I'm going to remove the people that we haven't heard from. Book Bewitched is up. And then we have Kelbell, Gigi, and Laura Hammond Davis. And then KCH. So you're muted, Colleen.
That's because I am in another world. Could one of you take Book Bewitched, and I'll take the next one?
You know what? Perfect. Because as I was thinking, I was getting a message for Book, and I thought, oh, she's going to get her reading from Colleen. Okay, well, maybe I'll tell her later. Yeah. But part of the reason that it feels like the pain is getting worse is your body is still adjusting to the new environment. And when I say environment, I mean there's a change in the altitude. There's a change in the whether there's more or less humidity. Those are all things that you didn't have before. Your body has gotten used to the way things were. Now it's just going to take a little while to readjust some of the medication so that it is going to be more impactful with your physical environment that you're living in right now. That's all it is. It's not a case of things getting worse. It's just your body is feeling it more because there are so many other different environmental factors on there. But otherwise, you will find that it will get better. I get the Six of Earth, the Six of Pentacles. This is all about charity, community, windfall. I think if you have not found a doctor yet, I think that there is one coming to you really soon, a younger doctor who's going to be able to take a look and see and just make small adjustments in your medication. And I think that is going to make a world of difference. But that's what it is. It's environmental. I hope that helps you, my friend.
And if I could add to Book Bewitched, her question, everything Marina said, I got as well, especially about the environment around you, the weather, the barometric pressure, the humidity. Yeah. Plus, you said you just moved, and so you have been probably using some muscles and moves that you haven't normally been using. You're moving, you're picking up a box, you're putting things away. And that kind of stuff can add to it too. But yeah, what Marina said, I got the same thing.
Great. Thank you both. Thank you for getting me off the hook there. I'm still somewhere else, but so I can do Kelbell. Okay. So put her up there. All right. So when I zeroed in on you, Kelbell, I was looking at something and trying to just kind of feel what it was. And I just felt like, God, it's like Neptune. It's all cloudy and kind of confused. And I just can't quite see what's going on here. So I pulled some cards. So, of course, the card that I pulled was confusion. What I was seeing. And so I think, there's some confusion there. And it could just be you're going through a confusing time, or it could be that you've overthought something or underthought something. I don't know. Who knows? But for some reason, there's confusion there. However, when I pulled cards, there was not confusion. When I pulled tarot cards, I got the Six of Wands, the Three of Wands. Are these upright? Okay. The Three of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. So you're working on some very mundane of the earth things, and that's what you should be working on. The spiritual stuff that you're trying to get to with your guides, they're helping you with the earthly stuff. So the message is take care of the business at hand and let them help you. You know, if you have questions about things, you can ask your guides, and they are, if you're not hearing messages or seeing things or whatever, then they're just putting thoughts in your head and saying, do this, this, right hand goes here, pencil goes there, and you're just doing it quite naturally. So I don't think that there's anything earth shaking that your guides want to tell you right now, except that you're in a very positive situation. You're going to succeed at what it is that you're trying to accomplish. You're going to be able to take what you succeed with and use that to plan your next steps. And those next steps are going to allow you to produce or manifest whatever your execute your craft or your skill or whatever it is that you do very, very well and very, very methodically, and you'll feel very satisfied with the results. So, some people get onto a spiritual path and they think, okay, so now I'm not going to deal with earthly things, but you still have to carry wood and chop water, even though you're on a spiritual path. And that's what you're doing right now. You're carrying wood and carrying water and chopping wood. Sorry, I told you I'm in another place.
You are
one of those days. You're achieving things on this level, the earth level, but it's in furtherance of your spiritual journey. So just relax a little bit and know that they are there guiding you. Okay.
nice.
On. Woo!
All right, we have Laura Hammond Davis, and then
Hammond Davis.
so
I have Laura. Laura, there's a lot going on with you. First, I had to pull some past life cards, which are all about spirituality and religion. You can see you were a monk and a nun, and all about that kind of old idea about spirituality versus religion or that kind of thing. And I wouldn't say it that way if you hadn't gotten the monk and nun card. And these are both past life cards. So it's coming into focus now. And you asked for a different perspective, and it's funny. That's the card that came out. But they're asking you to recognize the higher love that you are embodying now. This is something that the past life stuff is coming up to kind of, even if you can't put your finger on what it is, it's coming up to be let go of so you can embody that higher frequency. Here's the perspective card. Notice it's all about looking at your situation and what's really coming in. And you notice the DNA is shifting and changing. The DNA is something that you work with the Council of Light regarding. It is a profound job that you do with them. And they help you in the subtle realms to do this work. Archangel Michael is coming in saying, you can do it. You can do it. This is an initiation for you. So here's another way of looking at whatever you're going through in life right now. It's letting go of all this old stuff and all your DNA. You're releasing it. It's getting rid of. So you can do your higher job from this perspective. And so, yeah, remember you can do it. Archangel Michael's with you. Absolutely, Laura. Congratulations. Yay.
Nice.
So with this next on KCH, it's the last question, right?
Well, she's got, or he or she, I don't know if it's a he or a she, but they have a few comments in there. So are you seeing all of them?
Right. What I'm thinking is could we all read on this?
Yeah, good one. Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Okay. So can you start us off?
Yes. So we'll start off. I need spiritual guidance. Next life moves, the path I'm on. I need guidance. I pray all of you give me word of knowledge. And it's like, pray for words of wisdom from all of you. I hope. I believe spiritually I'm going there. I was, but I've been in a slump and need help. And will I achieve mediumship and be alone with cats? Stay or go? Why the hurt? Just a little background for you. So,
Okay. And Casey has also asked private if possible. For if Casey, if you want a private reading, then you can reach out to any of the readers and book a private reading. But on a live, it's not possible for us to do a private because we are live. So I don't know how that could help you out, but we can certainly do
do some general.
Yeah, just general. But if you're looking for more specific guidance, then
reach out to one of us.
Yeah, reach out to one of book a reading.
Yeah, all of us, our channel information is in the description on all of our channels. So just pick one, click on the link, go to the page, and there'll be information there.
Anything helps. I'm lost, and I'm honestly lost. So let's see what we can do.
Yeah.
I think that's beautiful. It'll be a nice way to sum up.
Absolutely. Okay. What I'm getting right away for you is the 4 of air, 4 of 4 of swords, and that is what I'm getting is that there's nothing wrong with nothing happening right now. That maybe this is a time for you to just sit back, contemplate, think about what it is that you want to do next. And it's okay just to be in this moment. Like don't feel like you have to keep don't feel like you have to accomplish something if spirit really wants you to just kind of take it easy. I also get the 9 of water, the 9 of cups. And look at what she's doing. She's blowing on that whatever dandelion, what's left of the dandelion, is letting it go. Just release it. It's okay just to be. So that's the main thing that I got was, yeah. Okay.
Okay, whoever has something, just go ahead.
You're muted, Val.
I was muted.
Okay.
Another sky cadet. They're asking you to just flow with the way the water flows. Just like Marina was saying, sometimes a space of a null space, a null zone is for you to rest. And this is when the biggest work is happening. You may not realize it, but you're gearing up for a big shift. This is that kind of eye of the storm, so to speak. I shouldn't use storm as an analogy for you, but I'm just saying that it's all about recognizing the signs from above and realize, have no fear with what's in front of you. It's all there for you, not against you, not to you, but for you. They're asking you to pivot a little bit in your thinking, pivot a little bit in how you, the perspective is everything. How you view what's going on, that is the flow of water. Be in that flow and say, this is all perfect. It's all great. And when that portal comes up and you're going to walk through that doorway of new energy, you are really going to soar. And you're going to go, wow, I'm glad I'm through that. Whatever you're going through, that feeling of apathy, that feeling that things aren't right, or things aren't going right, or things are not the way you wish them to look, pivot away from that. Everything is perfect. You are at peace. All is well. You are asked to recognize you are in the control room. You have the controls to your life. You have the controls. That is what I'm teaching you now, those controls. And you are going into illumination, and you will celebrate when you feel that ability to soar. When all of this, we're all going through this, Casey, believe it or not, we all are. And so just remember, if you have to reach out to get something beyond this reading that we're giving you, don't hesitate. You're worth it. You really are. You can reach out if you need to. So thank you for that. And I hope this helps you.
You know, Casey, I feel a lot of anxiety and a lot of fear of what you're going through right now. And, you know, if you could just use that to your benefit, I think it will totally help you to get through what you need to get through. I feel like you're going through something that takes a lot of energy and a lot of fighting on your part. You have to get through certain things that it maybe feels like a struggle right now, but you can make that a little bit easier on yourself if you kind of just try to get a hold of that fear and anxiety and either use it in your benefit or let it go, because it's not, you know, it's not really going to make or break, but it's going to make you more miserable in the meantime of just not quite feeling right. And don't let your imagination go into areas that are in the negative. And that fear and anxiety will automatically do that. And that makes you get on a roll where you can't get out of that feeling. So if you can just let that go a little bit and don't let it consume you like this, I see whatever you're working towards, whatever you're battling, comes out much better than you're assuming. You know, you definitely have to reach out. Other people need to help you, probably doctors and things like that. But you can do this. I think that's the other part of it is you're thinking, whatever this is, I just can't do it. It's just too much. That is not true at all. You can definitely do this, and just try to let go of some of that fear and anxiety. And I do see a positive outcome. I do see things going much, much better for you. So this is a good thing. This is, you know, to take advantage of the misery you're in right now. Use that to your benefit and know that you can do this. You of all people, you know, and maybe other people, you've seen other people go through a similar thing. And it was just, you see how hard it was for them. And so you think you're in the same place. You're not. You can do this, but you do have to let go of some of that apprehension and fear, because that's blocking you right now. And so what I'm saying is just use that to your benefit, and no matter what happens, you're still going to be okay in this. It's going to work out better than you think, and it's gonna happen fairly within this year. It's going to be difficult, but you can handle it. So there you go, Casey. Just hang in there, and I'll be sending you prayers.
I, to be honest with you, don't have much to add beyond there's a lot of energy flowing around you and through you. I encourage you to take a step back and reassess where your energy is going and what you are focused on. The last card I picked is the Two of Matches, the Two of Wands, which is about progression. It's about discovery. And I think it is about, this is partially going to help you understand how you are in the world. And it's going to help elevate you. And in the other deck that I got Strength. I got the 8 of Pentacles. So 2 8s. This is an 8-year. And the 8 of Pentacles is keep showing up, keep doing the daily work. Just don't stop. And then I have the Page of Swords. There's going to be a new way for you to be looking at some things and how you're talking to yourself. So I wish you the best.
Yeah, Casey, you want to speak with someone. I don't personally do readings, but everybody else on this panel does. And you can get to them through their channel, or you can, I don't know, do we have anything listed under descriptions about your channel?
Everybody
but me can do a reading for you, or can help you in whatever you want to do. So go ahead and get a hold of one of those people, Gerald, Colleen, Marina, and Val, and it'll probably help.
Yeah, and I don't have anything to add. It's just the same as what everybody else was saying, but best of luck to you. You'll also be in my prayers, and you have the ability to get through this. You are going through a transformation, and usually those are difficult. So, but you will get through it. You definitely will. All right, so that wraps us up with our readings. Thank you, all the best chatters. Thank you so much for all of your beautiful questions. I'm really glad that we were able to answer them. Nana Heather, I saw your comment earlier that you thought you put a question in and it got skipped. I'm so sorry if that happened. I couldn't find your question when I went back up through the questions in the top of the very comments. So I apologize.
I couldn't find it either. I went searching for it and saw the comment, and I couldn't find it either. So,
so maybe we owe you one. And somebody else had said for the music that we should get the Jeopardy music. I wish I could do that, but it's copyrighted.
Yeah.
And we already are so dancing on the head of a pin, trying not to infringe on copyright. So I'm using the safe music from StreamYard. Sorry if it's boring, but that's all I can do.
There you go. Yeah.
That's it. I'm not going to go there. So thank you everybody for joining us. We will be back in about, I don't know, when will we be back? Let's see. The Cool Crone Oracle, the
28th, and I'm hosting, so.
And Gerald will be hosting for me.
I will be doing what Colleen is doing on Colleen's channel.
Yes. And I will be on YouTube vacation. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be fun, and that's going to be in 2 weeks. Yes. All right, everybody. I think it's time we go. We've been here long enough, and thank you again for joining us.
Absolutely. Bye.
Whoops.